Hello and welcome to another Broadway Family Karate video tutorial. Week 11, A-Day Honors Material. This is our review week for our promotion exam, which will be coming up next week. Let's go ahead and get bowed in. Shoryut, Gine. Tenets of Taekwondo begin. Courtesy, humility, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Gine. Okay, like I said earlier, this is our review week. We will be looking at, mostly we're going to be reviewing some of our material from our first strike. So some of this stuff you guys probably haven't seen in a couple of weeks. We do want to get a good review on this before our promotion exam. So let's go ahead and start by looking at the formal back fist strike. So let's go right leg forward, good front stance. Okay, chamber that right hand on top. Remember, we're in a nice tight fist, just like we're doing a punch. Okay, chamber that hand on top of the shoulder, a little twist, bring it through and strike. A little bend in your elbow, a twist of your hips. And strike. Go. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch feet. We have left foot in front, left hand on top, nice tight fist, twist of your hips, and strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to look at the formal back fist with a step into a front stance. So we're going to get a little bit of room. Go ahead and we'll start with our left foot in front. So we'll go ahead and do a back fist strike. And then we're going to chamber right hand on top, step through into a front stance, and back fist strike. Okay, and go. Get a good C-step into that front stance. Go. And go. And let's go ahead and step backwards. So same thing, just to step back into a front stance, back fist strike. And go. Go. And go. Very good. Okay, to make sure that you get your feet set into a good stance before you throw that back fist. Okay. Next thing we're going to review is the horizontal knife hand strike out of a horse stance. Primarily looking at our change of focus with our eyes before we step into our second strike. So let's go ahead, get down into our horse stance, feet shoulder width apart, knees bent. Okay, keeping your back up nice and straight. We're going to put our right hand on top, curl those fingers down a little bit. Fingers tight together, and look to the right, and knife hand strike. Okay, I'm going to take my left hand, chamber it on top, look, then I'm going to step back out into that horse stance, and strike. Okay, and then we're just going to switch sides. I'm going to chamber, look, step, and strike. Chamber, look, step, and strike. And go. 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 And go. Very good. Just like we do at the end of Do Son, after that first strike, once you get that chamber, you want to look in your direction. You want to change your focus, or you step and do the second knife hand strike. Okay. Third thing we're going to look at, part of our review, is our sparring combination that we looked at for our first strike. The back fist, reverse punch combination. So let's go ahead and go right leg forward in a good sparring stance. Guard up. Okay. We're going to start with that lead hand, back fist, reverse punch. Okay. Once you get a partner, even while you're doing this in the air, Find you a target, so you're not just throwing your hand out there, but you have an imaginary target in front of you. Now I'm aiming my back fist right to that ear hole of the helmet, and then reverse punch to the body. Okay? So, and back to my guard, and go. Go. And go. Good. Switch feet. Okay. Back fist, reverse punch. Okay. And go. 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 And go. Good. Back to ready. Show you again. Okay, let's go ahead and get a stretch. Up and over to your right. Switch sides. Hands on your hips. Gently over backwards. Reach up to the ceiling. And down towards the floor. Long reaches across your body. At an angle towards the ceiling. Left arm over, push in with the back of your right. Switch sides. Left elbow up, pull across. Switch. Link your fingers, push your palms out of the way. And push up. Back to ready. Right. Yeah. Okay, first thing we're going to look at, part of our lesson today, is going to be our pattern do song. Now we are going to go ahead and start off by reviewing the names of the techniques. Okay, since we will be doing our promotion exam following week, we do need to make sure that we still remember the names of the techniques. Once we've gone through the pattern once and naming the techniques, we're going to go ahead and do it by count. We're going to look at the 3 merits of a good pattern. We're going to start with good technique. We're going to add some power. And then the last thing we started looking at today, focus. Okay? Now, as we start looking at the pattern, just a quick definition of what focus is. Focus is looking at what you're doing and looking where you're going. So it's really 2 parts in our pattern. Looking at what you're doing and looking at where you're going. So, if I am doing a lunge punch to the front, I'm looking to the front. I'm not looking over here or up at the ceiling or down at the floor. I'm looking right at where my target would be. That's pretty simple, okay? The more difficult part about focus is looking before you turn, looking where you're going. There's a lot of turns in Do-san, you're moving around a lot. So before we start, even when we start off, before I step, I want to look. And then I step into that turn and punch. Okay? Same thing. Once I'm turning all the way around, I want to look first. Then I turn and do my techniques. So we're going to, on our second and third time through Do-san, just going to give you guys a little prompt to make sure you guys are looking before we complete the move. Okay? We're going to go ahead and start off just by naming the techniques. So I'm going to go ahead and face front. Okay? Chimbi. Okay? Do-san, naming techniques, and begin. Outer forearm block, reverse punch. Outer forearm block, reverse punch. Double knife hand block. Spear hand middle. Break. Backfist strike, backfist strike, outer forearm block, reverse punch. Outer forearm block, reverse punch. Wedging block, front snap kick, lunge punch, reverse punch. Wedging block, front snap kick, lunge punch, reverse punch. High block, horizontal knife hand strike, horizontal knife hand strike. Okay, those are the names, techniques in Do-san. Okay, we're going to go ahead, continue on, going by count. So if you guys have any questions of the names of the techniques, just go ahead and rewind, watch that section again. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go through the next couple times by count. We're going to go ahead and look at good technique, starting with good technique. We're going to add some power. Make sure we're changing our focus. Okay, face me. So by count, Do-san, good technique, power, and focus. So each time we change our direction, our focus, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to call a look. So what we're basically going to do is we start with my chamber. I'm going to say look. I'm going to look to the side we're moving to. 1, 2. Okay, just like that. So Do-san, my count, and again, look. 1, 2. Look. 3, 4. Look. 1. Ready. Go. Aye. Break. 1, 2. Look. 1, 2. Look. 3, 4. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look. 1, 2. Look. 1. Look. And go. Aye. Very good. Okay. Very, very important. Make sure that you move your eyes before you move your body. So you want to make sure that you're looking in the direction you're going to turn in. We're going to run through the pattern one more time. Okay? Just going to go by count. So what I want you guys to do, okay? Watch me. Focus on technique, power, focus. Okay? So we're going to change up our direction on this just a little bit so you guys can kind of see what's going on the back side of the pattern. Okay, so we're going to go Do-san, my count, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, ready, go. Aye, break. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and go. Aye! Very good. Okay. So our pattern, Do-san. Okay, next thing we're going to look at for a review is going to be that outer forearm block. Let's do a few in the air, then we're going to work this on the target. So let's go ahead and go right leg out in front. We're going to be chambering underneath. Okay. With our back fist, we actually chamber on top on our shoulder. This one, it's in that hug position. So our right hand is actually chambered underneath. Let's do a little twist. Just come through with that outer forearm block. Good tight fist. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch feet. Okay, left foot in front, the left hand is doing my outer forearm block, little twist, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's go ahead, practice that on an arm shield. So if you'll get a partner with an arm shield, we'll go ahead and just practice that block. Just going. Okay, he's just going to hold this up. I'm going to do this just like I do a strike. Holders, Mr. Discone has the shield that as I strike it, it basically just breaks out across his body, so it's not putting any force against the elbow. So we're going to go ahead and go right leg out in front. Okay, chamber that hand underneath. Same thing as I do with a strike. I'm going to go ahead and find me a little place on that target that I want to put it. A little twist. And just strike with my block. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, switch sides. So, left foot in front. Good front stance. Okay, chamber that hand underneath. Little twist and strike and block. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Okay, so you can go ahead and stay. So we're going to look at the Backfist Strike. Okay. So basically, we're going to go from the outer forearm block to the Backfist Strike. And we're going to go ahead and do this a few times on the target, stationary, and then we're going to take some steps. So let's go right leg out in front. Okay, remember our back fist chamber is on top of our shoulder. Good twist, striking with the two big knuckles right here. Find a spot on the target. I like the T right here in the middle. Okay, that's where I want to put my knuckles as close as I can. Okay, so I don't want to try to hit the target as hard as I can and just throw my fist out there and hope I hit something really hard. I want to find a target right there. Okay, get a good twist. Put my knuckles right there on the target. Build up the power once you get the accuracy and the technique down. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these. Stationary. Twist. Find your target and strike. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to stay on this side. We're actually going to do a step. So I'm going to come from this right here. I know I'm at a good distance to my target, and I'm just going to go ahead and C-step back. So I'm still going to put my right hand over my shoulder. Still going to be striking with my right fist. Okay, I'm basically going to step into a C-step into a front stance. Come through with a strike. Okay, so this foot really doesn't move. It's going to stay right there. C-step and strike. Okay, make sure you're finding that target. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more, and 6. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so we're going to strike with left hand. We're going to go and start stationary. Okay, left hand on top. Find my target. Okay. Remember, I want to be close enough that my arm still has some bend in it. So if I'm this far away and having to reach, okay, it's too far away. It's going to put a lot of pressure on my shoulder. I want to be able to strike, still have a bend in my arm. Okay, so good front stance, little twist. Find my target. I'm looking right for that T right in the middle of the century. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, step back. I know I'm at a good distance already. Left hand is on top, so I'm going to step into a left front stance. Strike. And 1, 2, 5. 1 more. 6. Okay, big start. Okay, practice that stationary, practice it with a step. Make sure you're not just throwing the strike out, hoping you hit something really hard. Okay? Practice the technique, practice finding the exact spot that you want to hit. You can add power after you get that down. Okay. Last thing we're going to look at today are sparring combinations. We're going to do a quick review on our second strike sparring combination, the one that we've just been looking at. And then we're going to jump back to our first strike and review it. So let's go ahead and start by going right foot forward in a sparring stance. We're going to review second strike sparring combination, ridge hand, reverse punch. And go. 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 And go. Good. Switch sides. Okay. Ridge hand, reverse punch. Okay. Make sure you come back to that guard. Make sure you don't just drop your hand. A lot of people do that with the ridge hands. They'll strike. This hand just kind of drops. Okay. 1, 2, reverse. Okay. And go. Go. And go. Okay, that is our second strike sparring combination, the one we just tested on last week. We're going to go ahead and jump back, look at our first strike technique, the one that we did in warm-ups. Backfist, reverse punch combination. Now, on both of these sparring combinations, we're setting up a high technique to pull the guard up so we can sneak underneath with that reverse punch. So we've done this in a warm-up. Let's go ahead and do this a few more times. Then we're going to work this on some targets. So right leg out in front, back fist, reverse punch. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and go. Go. And go. Switch your feet. Fist. And go. 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 And go. Okay. Go ahead and grab your partner, have him shift out with a shield and a helmet. Okay. Practice the back fist on the helmet. Reverse punch is going into the shield. Just go. We'll work a few of these stationary, and we'll work a little bit on the movement. So let's go ahead. Okay. The shield is stationary. So Mr. Discoin basically has his hands just through the helmet. So once we start moving, he can drop it and raise it, and that's when I'm going to do my strikes. Now on my back fists, ear holes, really good spot for the back fist. Okay. Remember, I'm not just throwing my hands. I want to aim right for the ear hole. Okay. What's the face shield? Not only does it not count as a point, it's hard plastic. The ear holes are much softer. Okay, so good position, put it right where you need to be. Right foot forward, back fist, reverse punch. Okay. And go. 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 And go. Okay, and switch feet. Okay, and hang it to the side. Back fist, reverse punch. Okay, now remember with that reverse punch, legal target is all the way down to the belt. Okay, so you don't have to worry about hitting them way up here high in the chest. I'll actually aim right above the top of the belt. So I actually aim really far down because if their guard is way up here blocking my back fists, I want to give them as much distance as they have to go to block that reverse punch. Okay, and go. Go. And go. Okay. One quick note with the back fist. And I know a lot of you guys like to do this. You can roll that back fist over to strike the top of the helmet. Don't do this with your partner because the fingers are sticking through the top, okay? But we're basically really just going to keep it a horizontal back fist. But as you're free sparring, that's really good thing about the back fist. This is your striking surface, is I can pretty much, strike any part of the padded helmet. If he was to turn around, you can get the back fist to the back of the helmet as long as it's on the padded part. So the back fist works really well as a high strike. Now we're going to go ahead and work this drill as a movement drill. So what we're going to do, we're going to move, we're going to circle, I'm going to stay in nice and close. Once Mr. Discipline brings that helmet up, I'm going to give it a couple back fists, I'm going to throw that reverse punch, and he's going to drop it, and we're going to move some more. About halfway through, I'm going to call switch, so we're going to go and switch feet. Let's go ahead and start. Let's start with our right foot in front, or nice and fresh. And then about halfway through, I'll say switch feet, and we're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to start right foot forward. We're going to move with your partner. Keep it controlled. Even though your partner's moving, I'm not just flailing with my strikes. Okay? When he brings that helmet up, find my target, throw your strikes. Okay, and begin. And right that ear hole. Okay, one more, and then we'll switch it up. Switch those feet, so we're left foot forward. This is how most people spar. And one more. Very good. Okay. Thanks, sir. Okay. Continue this drill until you or your partner are tired. Okay? Really focus on your strikes. Like I said, the good thing about this drill is you don't have to worry about your partner hitting or kicking you. Okay? They're just a moving target for your strikes. Okay, review week. Look over this material. A lot of this is from your first strike, and you have not seen this for a couple of weeks. So definitely look at Dosan, the names of the techniques. Okay? Power and focus. That outer forearm block. The formal back fist strike with a step, and both your sparring combinations. Okay? As a movement drill. You guys should have them down fairly well that you guys can do that as a movement drill. Okay, that is our lesson for today. So pretty go ahead and face me. Okay. We will bow out. Okay. Shayut, Gine. Student oath, begin. I pledge to be a champion of freedom and justice. I pledge to observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I pledge to respect my instructors and my fellow students. I pledge never to misuse Taekwondo. I pledge to build a more peaceful world. Yine. Thank you very much. Good training. See you guys next week.